Hi, I'm Paul Summerlin with the George T. Hall Company. I work in the main office, which is based in Anaheim, California. Today I'm here to present one of the training boards that we use with our Flame Safeguard seminars. This board to my left is typical of 6. We try to keep the classes to 18, so there would be 3 on a board. These controls to the right are all FireEye, the E110, the Micro M, the M2, the Bernard Logics. You can see some of the accessory cards in the front. Those are programmers and amplifiers. What you see in front is typical of probably, 20 or more different setups that you can put in there. On the board is a primary control by Honeywell. The Honeywell version of 7800 will actually, you could look at this one and there's probably 10 or 15 different series that look the same but do different things. Programmers, for instance on the Honeywell and the FireEye, do a lot more than primary controls. I'll be wiring a primary control in just a moment. Programmers take a lot longer and a lot more wires, and that's why we're going to do the primary control. Look at this board and see banana plug sockets for each control. The sub bases are also there for each control, and if you look on the far board, there are images and the lettering for the different pressure switches, controllers, limits, airflow switches that typically are on boilers, ovens, furnaces. What this board does is you wire it, put power to it, and let it take off and see if the burner lights. So let's start that and see what happens. We have the schematic for the RM7800, which is what we're going to wire right now, and it's easy to follow. First thing I always do is plug in the flame rod, then I do the ground one side to the other. This side of the board is typically power, ground, all that stuff, and then from there we can begin wiring the controls. Terminal 3, which is the burner and the controller, burner limits in the controller. We would go to the controller, and from there we'd go to 6. Also from terminal 3, we would go to L1. Now we move to terminal 4, which is the alarm. And the other side of the alarm goes to L2. Terminal 8 is the intermittent pilot. So we find 8. We go to the pilot valve. And then on the other side of the pilot valve, we go to L2. Terminal 9 is the main fuel valve. So 9 goes to the main valve, located in the lower right hand corner. And from the main valve, we go back to L2. Terminal 10 is the ignition. So we go from ignition, go to L2. By the way, I didn't do this in the beginning, but there's always an L2 to L2 connection. And then the other side of the ignition goes to Did I do 10? I did not do 10. I wasn't sure if that was L2 or 10 on the other side. So anyway, we're ready to see if it starts. No, we're not. We need to plug in the power. We need to turn the power on. You can see the control begins. It's initiating right now. In just a second, you should be able to see our simulated main burner. First the pilot will light, and then the main burner will light. Pretty good, huh? What I'm going to do now is simulate a problem. I'm going to turn off the control. I'm going to hit a trouble switch, and we'll see if it lights again. You can see it's safe start checking again. You got a spark, no pilot light, and if I don't miss my guess, this thing's going to go to alarm in just a second. It just locked out. Seeing no pilot light, a lot of us would know that there's a problem with the pilot valve. It didn't open or it didn't get voltage. So you'd have to trace that and find out what went wrong. Once the trouble switch is flipped back up, and if we reset this, let it start again. Let's say you fixed the pilot valve, starts right up. Well, that's my presentation. I hope that's made you a little more familiar with our trainers that we use in our flame safeguard seminars. I hope that if you're in Southern California or Northern Nevada, that you might take advantage of one of those seminars. You can call 714-939-7100 and find out about it, or visit our website, which is at www.georgethall.com. Thank you very much.